if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. And I will try not to sing out of key. Oh, baby, have a little help from my friends. All I need is my buddies. Have a little help from my friends. Whoa, have a little help from my friends. Y'all remember the Wonder Years? Hey, what's going on? Hey, live. I'm back again to talk some more shit. I was actually intended on doing a show about this one. This wasn't brought to me by the chicken spirits, the chicken frying spirits of our people. This was actually something I had planned on talking about. And I wanted to talk about it just because it's really been puzzling to me how people are not talking about this shit. This is something that I think is so pressing and is so huge that it should be bigger than Jussie. It should be bigger than the Me Too. It should be bigger than R. Kelly. It should, I mean, this is really something that is like insane. I can say this. I didn't think that we would get here. I can definitely say that. I am really surprised that we are here having this discussion and that this is like actually fucking happening. I just didn't think that this would happen. So I am definitely beside myself, but yet and still, oh, you know what? I don't think I got the damn chat up. I don't think, no, I am not. Is the chat working? Is it? Let me see here now. No, it ain't. Let me fix that real quick. But I'm definitely like I'm beside myself, man. I really am. This is like, wow. I am literally like amazed at the fact that this is a discussion and we are actually having this discussion. This is some shit that is actually happening. I just thought that we were better than this as a people to just say, hey, at some point, this has got to become a thing of just being more responsible. This has got to become a thing of saying, hey, we need to start doing what is right. And the fact that people aren't being responsible with their sexuality and people are being just nonchalant with this is it's amazing. Hold on for a second. Alrighty. Alright. So, with that being said, here we go. So, first and foremost, let me give a salute to who was first today. I think it was Skohar. Again, boy, you on top of it, huh, player? Also want to give a shout out to Barbara for your donation. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. That was awesome for you to think that much of me to donate to the relationship rehab. I thank you. To my beautiful wife, who is now getting ready to retire for the evening, I love you and good night. I will talk to you in the mountain. And yeah, let's keep it moving. And please kiss my baby girl for me. So I was watching the little signing of the bill thing that they did, and I saw all of these people in New York. They're just smiling. They're just so happy about this. And I was like, wow, this is really something that is really like bothering me. And it bothered me to the point where I like was just doing some research and looking at a few things, and I came across this. And I said, yeah, this is pretty powerful. So I wanted to show you all this real quick. Just because we're always the ones talking about how America is, you know, the greatest country in the world. It is, you know, the best place to live. And we got so much stuff going on. We do so many amazing things. But yet and still, we seem to just fall short when it comes to just simple shit like this. And this is what really pisses me off. There's no way we should be here right now. And the fact that other countries are doing shit, at least in a way that makes sense, is really even more disturbing. So let me first and foremost give my position on abortion, and let me say this. I am a person who believes that yes, there are certain situations where you should be able to have an abortion. When it comes to, hey, woman getting raped, there's some type of major physical defect with the kid. A woman is actually to the point to where she's gotten pregnant, and we don't talk about this too often, but we should. But woman gets pregnant by ain't shit dude, or they don't intend on getting pregnant and it happens. Absolutely, you should not bring a kid into a situation to where that kid is not in a healthy, loving, and caring environment where he or she can be provided for by the parents. Not the state, but by the parents. I don't think you should have a kid. Absolutely. I do think because of birth control is free, you should be responsible with your sexuality. You shouldn't just be putting yourself in a situation to where you are getting pregnant. If you have sex without protection, you should assume that you will get pregnant every time. So, yes, I know for the brothers, we don't like the way condoms feel. Yes, I love to come inside and don't have no rubber on. The cream pie is wonderful. It's a connecting experience and it feels great. There is nothing better on this green earth that feels better than the warm insides of a woman. Yes, I get it. But with that should come some responsibility that is quite simple. It's not difficult. It's not rocket science. It's not, well, I got to have all of these different things in effect so that I can say, hey, oh, hey, baby, I know you can see. I thought you was going to sleep. Awesome. Mwah, mwah, mwah. But you should be able to say, hey, I'm going to pop this pill every day. Or, hey, I'm going to wear this condom every day or every time or whatever we're going to do. I'm going to do this. And yeah, I want to hear the condom broke or I'm irritated. I get allergic to latex. That's a bunch of bullshit. If these women out here ain't allergic to weave, damn it, they shouldn't be allergic to latex. I just don't get it. So that's why I say we need to be responsible with our sexuality, because when things like this come about, this is stuff that we should not be having to go through. And the fact that other countries have gotten this shit figured out to where it at least makes sense, I think that we can do better. Damn that, all the bullshit, we can do better. So let's check this out. Oh, wait, let me do my whole spiel here. Hold on. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video disc under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, yep, news reporting, yep, teaching, yep, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. So, here we go. Check this shit out, and I was just like, wow.
In the U.S., abortions are legal in every state before pregnancy has reached its 20th week. After that, some restrictions do kick in. 11 states prohibit abortion after the 20th week of pregnancy. 20 states prohibit abortions at the point of viability, which is when a baby can survive outside the womb. They usually recognize that as being 23 to 25 weeks.
So, that's when we're talking about premature babies that are being born. Because my thing is this. We've had plenty of premature babies born. I've seen the cute little pictures where the father was able to put his wedding ring over the whole little baby's arm. It's a preemie. It's this little. You hold it in the palm of your hands. And they're saying at 23 to 25 weeks, that's when this is possible. That baby means at 23 to 25 weeks, that means that that baby is able to be taken out of the womb via C-section or whatever. And that baby is now viable and is able to be survive on its own. Okay, when you are at that point, I think that should be the fucking cutoff. Because you talking 23 weeks, you should be able to figure out if you're going to have a baby or not within 23 weeks. You just should. And if the cutoff in most states is 20 weeks, perfectly fine with that. You should be able to know if you need to have this kid or not. So it's like that whole thing, and I know some asshole is going to watch this and be like, well, there's certain birth defects that don't develop until, you know, the 30th week or the third trimester. And that's a bunch of bullshit, man. Because there are plenty of kids who've been born with birth defects then at that point in the third trimester. Tough shit. Shit happens. It's like, man, you got plenty of parents that still make do and they still are able to care for a kid, even though it is difficult. If you got some type of mental disorder or there's some type of physical defect, whatever the case may be, that in itself, I get it. But it's not a large percentage of people happening to the point to where they need to pass this fucking law. Plain and simple.
3 states prohibit abortion after the 28th week, and 7 states, plus Washington, D.C., allow abortions to be performed at any point in a pregnancy, even if the mother could safely give birth to a viable and healthy baby. But in Belgium, like Germany, abortions are permissible only until the 12th week. After that, an abortion is permitted only if the woman's life is in danger.
Boom. So that's one. I get that. Woman's life is in danger. Hey, you here first. I get it. That's a very, very good reason to say, hey, we got to abort this pregnancy because you going to die if you proceed. I'm cool with that.
Furthermore, any woman getting an abortion must wait 6 days after her first medical consultation before an abortion can be performed.
So you still got a waiting period. God damn it, you got to wait to get a gun in some areas, some states, whatever. You got to wait to get a gun. What's that, the 21-day or 21-hour waiting period or some shit like that? They at least let you wait 6 days in Belgium.
Denmark is similar. After 12 weeks, all sorts of restrictions apply. Pregnant women in Finland also have until the 12th week of pregnancy to get an unrestricted abortion. And during those first 12 weeks, a woman must provide a compelling reason for ending her pregnancy. In France, too, abortion on demand is legal only up to 12 weeks, after which it becomes much more difficult. Socialist Sweden allows abortions until the 18th week of pregnancy and bans most after the 22nd week.
So that's right before that 23rd week period that we were just talking about. And my thing is this, when you look at the titles, America's abortion laws are too extreme. This is what they're saying in New York. This is why they're doing this. They're trying to loosen this up. And if you look at what these other countries are doing, it's way more strict than what we're doing here. And the fact that they've extended this shit to like the moment of birth, it's bullshit, man.
In that 4-week gray period, a woman can get an abortion, but only if it is approved by the National Board of Health and Welfare.
So that means if you get approved for this abortion, you have to go before a goddamn board of people and explain yourself. You can't be up there like, well, I didn't know I was pregnant until the 23rd week. No, you have to go before a board and actually have to have some people sign off on this shit. Talk about checks and balances. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
In the Netherlands, before having an abortion, a woman has to wait 5 days and attend a counseling session in which she must be informed of the different options available to her, including taking the pregnancy to term and giving her baby up for adoption.
Boom. Let's hit that one more again. Take it back just a little bit.
Available to her, including taking the pregnancy days and attend a counseling session in which she must be informed of the different options available to her, including taking the pregnancy to term and giving her baby up for adoption.
Now, this is why, I guess this is one of my biggest points here. And the only reason why I'm really for this is because there are so many women, there are so many couples that cannot have children that would love to have a child at birth. There are so many. And you talking about, yes, we have a lot of children that are up for adoption, that are in home, state, ward of the states and all that. But there are so many parents that would love to have a child that cannot, because of whatever physical reasons or ailments they may have, whether it be on the man's side or whether it be on the woman's side, that they would love to have this option to say, hey, not only can I get my own kid, but I can get me a kid from someone else at birth. Yet another reason why you shouldn't be killing these kids up until the moment of birth.
A minor under the age of 18 cannot have an abortion at any time unless she has the consent of her parents. And in Norway in 2014, a major controversy erupted after it was revealed that since 2001, 17 babies had been aborted after 22 weeks, the legal cutoff point in that country.
Do you hear that shit? 17 babies have been aborted after 22 weeks in Norway. That means only 17 motherfuckers was allowed to have abortions.
That wouldn't merit a paragraph in a local U.S. newspaper, let alone start a media firestorm.
So my thing is this, and Jason, I hear what you're saying about people are not adopting children in this country. They leave them in the system and they become a part of the system. To a degree, yes, but there are so many of them. It's because we have so many that everybody can adopt them. And then a lot of these kids are in fucked up situations. I would not want to adopt a kid that's addicted to crack, that's addicted to meth. I wouldn't want that. A kid whose the parents been drinking and all that shit. And now the kid has these different birth defects and got all these possible, because they got to disclose that. So yeah, you say, hey, we're going to adopt a kid, but this kid can have all this fucked up shit wrong with it because of bad parenting, because they're not taking care of them kids. Then yes, I'm not saying that those kids shouldn't be aborted, but they shouldn't have to wait until they're about to be fucking born. They shouldn't be in the 3rd trimester. That's my thing. Because you know, if a parent has been on bullshit with not taking care of the kids, not doing no prenatal stuff, not doing any of that, and the kid has a good chance of being fucked up or having a lot of medical issues, whatever the case may be, then yes, that kid should be aborted, because that person or that parent is not going to take care of that kid. And should it be the burden of the state or the government? Absolutely not. But I don't think you should have that kid go all the way to the 3rd trimester or all the way up to 40 weeks before somebody decides to say, dang, yeah, maybe we should just abort this kid. That is too much, man. That, to me, at the end of the day, I believe that it is murder. You are murdering an innocent and you're murdering an innocent life that cannot protect itself. You might as well kill a 4-year-old. You might as well kill a 3-year-old. You might as well kill a 3-month-old. You might as well kill a 6-month-old. You may as well just say, once the kid is here 2 weeks later, you know what? I don't think I want to be a mom. I don't think I want to have a kid. Let's just abort this one. That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. So it's like, you know, when you're talking about saying, to what degree do we have to say this shit stops? And God damn it, the parents, and I believe it should be the parents, have to be held responsible and need to be accountable for their actions. The fact that a mother can just abort a kid and the father ain't got no fucking say in it, that's a problem. Because the shit don't work the other way. So the same way a woman has the power to go forth and bring a life forth, should be the same way that a man should be able to do it just the opposite. If I don't want the baby, why can't I have it aborted? That's my seed. That's my seed. Why would a woman even want to have a kid by a dude that don't want to have a kid with her? It's all about just saying we're going to do everything possible to accommodate not just a woman, but you're accommodating an irresponsible person. That's what you're doing. You're accommodating, you're making all of these accommodations, for making all of these exceptions for a person who is not responsible with not just their body, but you damn sure ain't gonna be responsible with this other one that's about to come about you. And yes, there is a responsibility of the man to say, well, yeah, men need to be more protective of their seed. We absolutely fucking do. And I'm going to say that flat out. Dudes, stop just giving your seed to just anybody. Stop being reckless with your seed. Stop being reckless with your dick. Just like Tommy say, take your dick and go home. It's not cool for you to be reckless with your penis to the point to where you just popping off kids just for the sake of popping off kids. Don't believe a woman when she tell you, I'm on the pill. Don't think, oh, I'll just take a morning after pill tomorrow. We can go ahead. Don't believe that shit. Then you get to the point to where she said, yeah, I'm pregnant and I'm going to have an abortion. Then you give her money for the abortion and she going to take the money and go buy some Jordans or some red bottoms or a Gucci belt, and she still had a kid. Stop putting yourselves in that situation. Stop fucking ain't shit bitches, and men stop fucking, women stop fucking ain't shit niggas. You fucking a thug ass nigga that sell drugs and you expect him to step up and be a fucking father? You're an idiot. And you shouldn't be allowed to have a kid. So it's like those are the things that we're doing. And yes, we need to correct that. But this here, you're making it legal for somebody to kill a baby up until the point of birth. And let me be very clear. We're not talking about labor. We're talking about birth. So that means a woman could be on the table pushing and say, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want it. Bring in the abortion kit. Roll in the abortion cart and suck this motherfucker up in the shop vac and let me go on about my day because this shit hurt. We need to stop making all these fucking concessions for a group of irresponsible people. If you if you trying to figure out and decide on if you're going to have a kid after 23 weeks, 22 weeks, 20 weeks, there's a problem with that. That shit is just wrong. And it's fucking murder. And the only thing that I can think, and I'm going to go ahead and throw my little 5% of conspiracy into this shit. The only other reason I think that they're allowing this shit is because it's going to give them access to the fetus. That fetus is basically the fecal matter, the body, whatever you know. Fuck that. The body. You talking about stem cell research. You talking about all this shit that they trying to do. They will now have access to it because they ain't going to do nothing but take that little body and harvest that little motherfucker. That's what they're going to do. Just like now, when you go have an abortion, you don't have any rights to that, all of that matter, all of those bodies. You don't. You don't have any rights to that. So what's happening with it? What do you guys think? I have a baby. I get an abortion in the 3rd trimester. I got a developed fetus. What you think they gonna do with it? They gonna harvest all of the shit they can out of that fetus. So that's my conspiracy part of it, because that shit is viable. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't that stuff be viable to have and to use for whatever you gonna do with research, cloning, all that kind of shit, stem cell research? Why wouldn't it be? So there's an invested party in this because they seeing the upside of it and they seeing the money that they can get for it. And I bet you I would not be surprised if there's some type of kickback that a motherfucker would get for it. If you have an abortion in the 3rd trimester or in the 38th week, you get $500. Your abortion is free. How many ratchet bitches you think will go for that? Well, you know, I could pay this $300 right now up front, or I could just wait until the 37th week or the 38th week. And then if I wait until the 38th week, it'll be free. And then I won't have to pay. So I'm just going to wait it out, girl. Fuck that. I'm going to ask this nigga for the abortion money. I'm going to keep that. Then I'm going to go ahead and have the abortion anyway. But I'm going to have it for free. Just watch. Watch how this shit gets out of hand. And all this shit that these politicians are talking about, saying that, oh, well, you know, this is only for those certain instances. That's bullshit. Because that's how it starts. And I can prove my point with that. You know, it wasn't too long ago when there's a city in the country. And the little city is called Chicago. And in Chicago, there's a certain area called the Wild Hundreds. There's a certain little area called Inglewood where there were record-breaking numbers of murders occurring on a daily basis and over the weekend. And at first, it was shocking when there were 8 in a weekend, when there were 5 in a weekend. And people were like, wow, what the fuck is going on in Chicago? 8 people murdered, all by gun violence over the weekend. Then the number went to 12. Wow, isn't that something? What is going on in Chicago? Then it went to 15. Then it went to 18. Then it went to 24. Then it went to 26. Then it went to 30. Then it went to 4. Until you have 54 people shot in a weekend. And we know what the fuck is going on in Chicago. Right? There's a crisis going on. But then 32 people were shot. 24 people were shot. 17 people were shot. And it got to the point to where if it wasn't even close to 15 or 20, it didn't even make the fucking news. Why? Because we got used to it. Because we got desensitized by it. It became a normal thing. That's what happens. That's why this is so alarming. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. And that's why it's starting out, in New York. Yeah, it is starting out in New York. But then it's going to be another state. Then it's going to be another city. Then it's going to be another one and another one and another one. To the point to where it's just going to be, the laws going to just be getting passed to be getting passed. That's my problem with this whole thing. This is scary, y'all. Because at the end of the day, where does it stop? Who's speaking up for this kid? Who's speaking up for that kid that's just been born or just about to be born? Who the fuck can advocate for that kid? Nobody. We got one person who gets to make that choice. We got one person who gets to play God. And when we get to the point to where one person is playing God, we're in trouble. As a people, we're in trouble. As a society. You saw over in Norway, you got to go before a goddamn board if you want to have an abortion after 12 weeks. Why? Because we're not going to let you be that irresponsible the way you wait till fucking week 13 to decide if you want a fucking abortion or not. That's why. So if your ass want to do that, you better figure that shit out real quick. You figure it out in the first trimester. That's what you got to do. If your dumb ass can't figure it out in the first trimester, it's a fucking problem. And you don't need to have a kid. And you should go before this board. That's my thing with this, man. We have got to start realizing what is going on and what the after effects will be. Because some shit that just starts out as being it's just something simple. It's just something small. It's only in this one place. It gets out of hand. It's going to be just like, thank you, Amanda. It's going to be to the point to where after they born, oh, man, my kid got a fucking short leg. Yup, I'm going to abort this motherfucker. Oh, my kid got a baby arm. Oh, no, I'm going to abort this motherfucker. Well, goddamn. This is where the shit starts, man. It starts as something small, and it starts with some bullshit propaganda. It's just like that bullshit Hitler was kicking off. All it started was with some talk. And everybody's like, oh, he's small time. He ain't got nobody riding with him. He a little motherfucker. Let him run his mouth. Shit ain't bothering me. Next thing you know, this motherfucker almost took over the world. Then it's, oh shit, we got to stop this guy. We have got to be better than that, man. We have got to start looking at what the things that we're doing and the things that we're allowing and saying, okay, well, where's the fucking responsibility piece to this at? How the fuck does a mother get to wait around all this goddamn time before she decides, oh yeah, now I'm going to have an abortion? No. First 12 weeks, first 20 weeks, whatever the fuck it is, it's more than enough time, man. It's more than enough. And if you gonna go past that, then your ass you just gonna be stuck. Plain and simple, man. We've got to be better than this, man. This shit is terrible. It's scary. It's disturbing. It's fucked up. Whatever you want to call it. The shit is bad, man. And there's no Me Too. There's no Black Lives Matter. There's no All Lives Matter. There's no Unborn Life. There's no group speaking out against this shit. Nobody speaking out about this shit. But hey, who am I? Just a black guy with a MAGA hat, cooning. Don't know what he's talking about. Supporting the white man, tap dancing, being an agent, whatever the case may be. Well, at least I got enough fucking balls. At least I got enough fucking self-respect to speak up. And I got what is fair concept. I got the fucking testicular fortitude to speak up for some unborn kids, man. I at least get that about that. You can at least say that about me, goddammit. It's terrible, man. At the end of the day, I hope that this video, this show helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that this makes somebody else wake up and say something about this shit. I hope that this shit gets reversed. I hope that we come up with a better law or a better set of laws. Hey, it's nothing wrong with taking the lead of some other countries and doing some shit the right way. And it seems like a few other countries got this abortion shit pretty straightened out, pretty much straightened out. Maybe we can ask them about it and see what they're doing and institute some of that shit over here. As well as some fucking free healthcare. But that's a discussion for another day. I am Brian Redmond. I said I was going to make sure I do this. See if anybody donated and make sure I thank them now. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This shit takes all day to log in now. There we go. Alrighty. Boom, bam. Yep, sure enough. I want to give a shout out to Darius Holly. Thank you for your donation, good sir. I also want to give a shout out. I don't know if I shouted out Michelle. If I didn't, I'm going to do it again. Thank you, Michelle Glass, for your donation. I also want to give a shout out again to Barbara. Is it Placence? Placence? I think that's it. For your donation. Thank you so much. And I also want to give a shout out to Darcy Ann. Thank you so much for your donation. I think that's you, yeah, because I don't want to say your name. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for your donations, guys. I really appreciate it. Hey, man, I just hope that you guys appreciate this content, man, and just, man, see the bullshit in this, man, and start calling it out. Let's start holding our politicians accountable. Let's start holding our women accountable. Let's start holding our men and ourselves accountable. Oh, got one more. Let me see. What did that say? Oh, my man, David Williams. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your donation as well, man. I mean, it's like, man, I really appreciate, man, you guys just taking the time out to not only just listen to me, clicking the like button and sharing my content and all that good stuff, man, but just the fact that you guys appreciate me enough to just say, hey, man, here you go. Here go a little something to help you do what you do. I appreciate it, man. It really means a lot to me just to be able to engage with you guys and to talk with you guys. It really is a pleasure, man. And I want to give a shout out to my man, Tommy Sotomayor. Make sure you all, if you're in the Atlanta area, make sure y'all go and get tickets to his show. I'm sure it's going to be epic like all of the other ones. I really enjoyed it. I'm so glad he's going to be coming back through the Texas area. He's going to be doing, I think he's doing Dallas again. He's doing Houston again. He's also going to be doing, I think we got Austin and San Antonio on the map. So that'll probably be another 4 shows that I'll definitely be able to make. Man, I've enjoyed every one of them that I've been to. I've been to 2 so far, and they were awesome, man. So it was good to be able to see cats from Soto Nation. It was good to be able to talk, take pictures, and all that good stuff, man. So you guys keep on doing what y'all doing. Keep supporting this brother. Keep supporting Soto Nation. And, man, I think that at some point, we can make a difference, man. And we can do something that can affect not necessarily this generation, but maybe the next, man. Maybe there's some kid that'll watch this one day and this will change their lives and help them be a better person. Maybe some young woman will see this and say, you know what? This dude got a point. He's right. I'm going to do better. And if that's what it is, then it's worth it. Hold on. Oh, okay, for sure. Hold on. Let me check here. Shout out to my man, Jason Gunn. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Happy birthday. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for your donation, bro. Man, I tell you, man. Always got my 6, Jason. Thank you, sir. But you guys, man, just, man, keep doing what you're doing. Keep calling out the bullshit. And hopefully we can bring some change out here, man. I love you guys. Y'all have a good night. Don't forget the you know what? I might do something tomorrow because we got the Super Bowl going. Maybe we could do something, man. Or maybe I was even thinking about doing like a call-in show, or we could do a question. Like I saw JB Gunner did a good question and answer show today. That shit was funny. Shout out to you for that, man. I really enjoyed that question and answer show you did today. It was funny, dude. But yeah, man, maybe we'll do something tomorrow for the Super Bowl too, man. I'm hoping that them Patriots go ahead and pull it out, man, just because I'm not a big fan of Jeff Goff and them, man. But man, thank you guys. Peace. I'm out. And as always, bye live. All right, guys. Have a good night. Enjoy your evenings. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.